are listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Well, welcome to Groove On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Thursday, 10/12/2023. How are we this evening? I'm your host, Rich Giordano, and tonight we'll be taking you on a flight through ufology. What is the UFO threat? Oh, you know what it is. It's Lou Elizondo? No. Christopher Mellon? No. Travis Taylor? No. Me? No. You? No. It is this. It's all about weapons of mass destruction. The threat, my friends, is us. It is us. It is us flying around with impunity in unaccepted airspace all over the world, not shooting at anybody, just traveling around, testing pilots that are the best in the world and the armies around the globe, seeing how well they can manage, describing what they saw. And funny, they all passed with flying colors. Get it? Flying colors of a tic-tac Yes. Tic tac paddywhack, give a favor bone. This guy is coming home. Yes, we got to keep our pilots safe. We got to keep the air free and clear of a threat. And that threat has to maintain. Without the threat, you don't have ufology anymore. Without the threat, you can't get funding for those black budget programs that are keeping our skies clear. Right. That's why we still see dozens and hear about dozens and see dozens of reports and sightings and pilots and passengers seeing stuff in the sky with impunity. Nothing to worry about, nothing to see here. It's only ufology. Straighten shit out. So welcome to the show. Let's get ready to crumble. Ufology. With a little bit of an intro. I hear the bells of St. Mary's ringing in my ear. I heard a message come flying in. It seems to be working. It's working. I'll tell you this. I got it. Let's start roll call. Brian Yates, welcome to the show. Renee Cruzen, welcome to this show. Who's this person? Beats and Tapes. Beats and Tapes. Yo, how you doing, huh? Who are you over there with your beats and your tapes? Welcome to the show. Reality Check. Diane Boss, the boss of Goof On. Welcome to the show. Kelly Lewis. Kelly Lewis. There you are. What are you doing up there? Usually you're down here in the front row. Wait. Whoa. What was that, panties? I'm kidding. I've been meaning to play that joke. Intergalactic Angler, welcome to the show. David Wilcox, not Wilcox. Thank you for the PayPal of $20 that just came in. Ding dong, you heard it yourself. I got it. Thank you, David Wilcox, not Wilcox, for the $20 PayPal support. You too can help support Goof On the same way. Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App. All the links are in the show description. Conundrum! With the $2 Canadian coin. I know. The thing is, you're not supposed to put anything if you want to say I love you. But I'll let it slide, because you're new. Because you're new. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Hey, nothing like support. You know? We're dying. It's over. Everything. When I'm gone, you'll be happy. This way you don't have to worry. Should I watch? Do I have to pay to watch this guy? I heard he begs for money the whole show. I don't. Samo does it for me. Nah, Samo. Carnundrum, thank you very much, my friend. Welcome to the show with the $2 Canadian coin support. It's a dono, but not really a dono, but we'll let it go. Carnundrum. Welcome to the show. But Daniel, what do you say there, Chief? Welcome to the show. Ian McFadden, welcome to the show. Donovan with the comments of the day. Shave your beard, shave your face. Derek Kennedy, welcome to the show. Metalhead. Hey, who's this guy? Terrestrial material is in the house. He's in the house. There was a guy on the show. Terrestrial radio. Terrestrial radio. Why'd I say that? Because I can't say material. You have to say material like the way I'm saying it, because that's the way Greer says it. It's not material. No, it's material. Welcome to the show. Thor Panku. Good to see you. I love that name. Best name I've ever seen. It's the best name ever. Jim Neff, Noff, Neef. I did all the vowels that are shown, and it's probably Neff. Welcome to the show. All right. If I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It means we got a lot of show to do, and I do a lot of yapping, so we need to get going. Rachel and everybody. Kevin, whoops. Welcome to the show. All right. So that's why we're starting Moody Mongol, everybody. Now we're ready. Can I get a drink? Let me tell you what happened. I woke up 15 minutes before the show, slept in the afternoon. I don't remember. I think I wore this shirt yesterday. I don't know. No, I couldn't have. I have two shirts that are like very similar. I don't think I wore this one. And I wouldn't put it back on the rack because I sit here and sweat like a pig, like a mongrel. Like an animal. Just keep going. I can't stop sweating. I'm joking. I stopped right now. Nope, there it goes. So tonight, let's talk. Let's get real. Because a lot of people think disclosure is coming. And I'm here to tell you, sure, it is. Just not in your lifetime. Can't happen. And I'll tell you why. The government. The government. When America became independent, what do you call it? A democracy, a republic? It's a republic, ain't it? It's not a democracy. Is it a democracy? Is it a... What are we doing? All right, well, anyway. The government came into this country, this continent, overtook, bought, purchased, slaughtered, slaved, enslaved, whatever you want to do, say how you want to play it. America became America, huh? Not everybody wanted America around. A lot of people hated America. Matter of fact, many wars have been fought. And America still formed. We still became the union we are, the 50 and the 48 on the continental plate. Adrift in a cycle, plate tectonics. It's a whole thing. So one day, I don't know when, probably 1880, maybe 1850, there was a guy, a farmer, out in Iowa somewhere. Can't remember his name. He's walking around and he sees something in his field, some metal object. Doesn't know what it is. Touches it. A few weeks later, he's dead. Right? You probably know or heard about these farmers that were dying in the Midwest, touching these metal objects that were strewn all across farms in the Midwest. And they thought there was an outbreak of cholera. I don't know. They thought people were dying. But it turned out there were these metal fragments that were scattered all across the middle of the United States. And people were dying when they touched it. Not immediately, but within a week, their hands would swell up. And we had evidence of this in, 1895? It was in, what was that town in Texas? Not Odessa. But there was that town where the UFO hit the windmill. And it crashed the UFO, the alien pilot somehow survived, was walking around. Eventually it died. They buried it in the well, right? Remember? They threw it in the well where the drinking water was and shit. Didn't they bury it in the well? Or they threw the ship in the well, something like that. They put it in the well and they continued to drink this water. And then, on the house, the farm, the land, and, the guy wound up having an arm the size of elephantitis nuts, It was like disgusting. Real true story. What was the name of that place? It was under a tree. Yeah, something like that, David. Yeah, they wound up digging it out of there. Aurora. Yeah, Aurora. Ian, yeah, Alfie, thank you. Aurora, Texas. So, well, I forget where they put it. Pieces of the ship, right? Isn't that what I thought too? Yeah. So, no, it wasn't Stevensville, but Stevensville, forget about it. Well, we could do a whole show on the Stevensville sighting, and you still won't get an answer. You'll be like right where you were when you started that. I don't even want to talk about Stevensville. I like Stevensville for the UFO lore. But I tell you this story because what happens is, and according to a couple of people I know, is that we have had apparently an alien archaeological find, and it was here in the Americas where they found it. Crashed UFO. I don't know if you guys heard of the story. I can't remember the state either. It just came to me. Yeah, I'm making it up as I go along because I want you guys to believe what I'm telling you instead of the stories that you've been hearing. I'm kidding. So I don't know where the ship was buried. Apparently, there's one buried in Arizona, which I went and looked at, and you can't tell, under a dam that water never builds up, and they put it. True story. It's the Dreamy Draw Piestewa Peak UFO. Well, it wasn't called Piestewa Peak, but anyway. So I tell you all this because the rumors got back to the government that there's this technology that's killing people. We think just by touching it, somehow it's infecting every one of us. Well, obviously, Roswell happened some years later, even though there have been reports of crashes after Roswell in Russia, and then in Russia, and then there was another one in Russia, I think. Seemed like Russia was getting a lot of UFOs crashing in their region the same time we were. You know what I mean? What if it was us this whole time? And from the 1850s, finding metal shards in a field, who knows how, they somehow back-engineered, before we had the industrial world, they somehow back-engineered these metallic-looking craft. It ain't the story. I'm not buying it. So I'm not going to tell you that story because that's not what happened. What happened was Roswell happened, and it changed everything. And the rumors were true. Alien bodies, UFO, or two crashed. And it wasn't Roswell, by the way. What was the real city it crashed in? What was the real city it was crashed in? I forget. I don't know. But it wasn't Roswell. I don't know why we're using Roswell as the crash site for the most famous UFO crash that never happened. But we came up with the idea. People are scared of aliens. Just by accident. Remember the Orson Welles show? 1932, I believe, 36, somewhere in the 30s. They did the radio broadcast of War of the Worlds with Orson Welles. And I think it was Halloween night, if I recall correctly, right? People lost their minds. And as you can tell, the aliens have now entered into the Boston, Massachusetts area and are devastating the downtown area. Ping, pang, ah, and the Wilhelm scream. Ah! You know the Wilhelm scream, right? You don't know what the Wilhelm scream is? It's in every movie. Ah! I can't do it. I've been trying to do that Wilhelm scream my whole life. Can't do it. It's impossible. You have to actually be thrown off a cliff to do that impersonation properly. Or cough your guts up. Well, don't worry, it's sugar-free. They make them sugar-free in the packet. You know? So it had a little kick to it. So over the years, these things fell out of the sky. We've gathered up the intel. Had the crashes in Roswell. Something is off. People got sick. Radiation sickness. Their brains, my God, their brains were tearing off their skulls. Remember? Jeanette Angel with the $3, 3-pound super sticker. It's a 3-pound, 3 quid super sticker from Jeanette Angel. You didn't have to do that. Mucho gusto, generoso. Thank you very much, Jeanette, the angel of Goof On. Garnandrum with another $2 official super dono. Now I feel it. Wow. You really do love me. I do too. Mucho gusto. Garnandrum. And Diane Boss with $5. Goof On is where you should be to know the truth. Right here on planet Earth. That's right, Diane, the boss of Goof On, throwing it down, letting the citizens know in ufology it's okay to support the truth. Don't be scared of the truth. Support the truth. And you will be rewarded. Diane Boss, thank you very much. You are the boss of Goof On. And the Mucho Gusto Generoso one at that. Thank you for supporting Goof On. There's just so much of me to go around, you know. I can go around all over. I'm far-reaching, and, you know, as long as I'm not sick. Just leave me alone.
Went to Target yesterday and bought 2 bottles of hair product, a bottle of shampoo, a box of trash bags, and 1 Halloween decoration. $70 on my Target Red card. That's with my 5% discount. My son's looking at the cart and going, Mom, this was $70. We didn't even get anything. Yeah, I know, kid.
And I'm sure a 6-year-old kid's going to know the value of money. Mom, you know, last year when I was 5, we had double the costumes and candy. This is outrageous. What are we doing? Are you working harder? I mean, come on. You know, give the kid a freaking, you know, a hammer. Let him go pound on some license plates in the field. What am I talking about? It's a kid. Anyway, don't know what that was about, but it is expensive out there. I went to different show. Sorry, I was slipping into somebody else's reality. Hold on. All right. I had to back up and reprogram. So, back to ufology. So we got Roswell. And since then, for whatever reason you want to put into it, I think Roswell is bullshit. Lightning didn't strike me down. It's amazing. You can say something like that and people might believe you. Hey, you tell me if Roswell happened. How are you going to do it? How are you going to prove it that it happened? Something happened. Something happened. And I'll tell you what happened. Your military-industrial complex was born that day, that week, that crash. Whatever it was, alien, dimensional, interdimensional, Russian, China, could have been China. Nobody knows. The story's phenomenal. They saw a metal. They crunched it in their hand. You couldn't barely feel it. It's as if you were holding nothing. And when they opened their hand, the metal right back into a flat, perfect, non-crumpled surface. Well, military's got to get their hands on this. A non-crumpling metal? You mean it snaps back wash after wash? I won't have these weak, saggy collars anymore? We've got to get this Roswell crash, and we've got to back engineer it so our shirts can look better. We could have better looking uniforms. Johnson, get over here. See this uniform? How many times have you washed this, Johnson? Sir, how many times has your wife washed your uniform? Sir, this is my first day on the job. Get out of here. See, we're dealing with children out here at Roswell. So they got this story from a farmer, and then it got back to an army guy, and they said, hey, you got to let so-and-so at the radio station know we got alien craft down here. 1947, July 7th, whatever fucking day it is. Roswell crash having an alien spacecraft in their possession. Authorities and staff discovered an alien body. News at 11. Next day, come to find out that alien ship happened to be balloons. And everybody went quiet. You could hear a pin drop. The country was safe again. The aliens weren't invading this time. But them Japs were. I tell you, what they did was outrageous. I know. But it ain't them. It's alien. Let's play with that for a minute. Oh, I do. I do. I do is what you get when you wake up in the morning. Think about it. We've got now some 70-something years later, we're still saying, I don't know what happened at Roswell. Who says we can't keep secrets? According to Stanton Friedman, we can't. He's dead. But his words live on. The government can't keep secrets. I knew a guy who worked in the government. He told me everything. Can't keep a secret. What did Stanton Friedman just say? He knew a guy. Imagine alien bodies, an alien craft, and some 70-something years later, we got a guy with the name that rhymes with Crush telling us that there were aliens on this planet encased underground in some storage facility like frickin' cow meat, and an archaeological dig site of the ship that they were in. Well, so the story goes. We don't know. I think somebody's at the front door. Let's see. Somebody's at the front door. Let's take a look. Who is it? Hello? Mm-hmm. Who is this? Who? Oh, Marie Jose. Sproul. Hello to you too. It's hard to hear you. It's okay. Well, thank you very much for the $2.34 on PayPal. You're a huge supporter of the show, and I can't thank you enough. You can hear me okay, right? All right. Thank you, Marie Jose Sproul, for the support on PayPal. Mucho gusto, generoso. I love you too. Bye. That was nice. Marie Jose Sproul. $2.34 on PayPal. That's right. You can help support the show with PayPal. PayPal, beep, bop, boo. You all know where the links are. Beep-a-da beep. So, mucho gusto, generoso, folks. What? Rachel Ann threw down $1. It's a super dono night here at Goof On. The love is pouring in. You can almost sense the excitement. Can you feel it? Huh? Can you feel it? Thank you, Rachel Ann. Sweating over here. Nah, I'm not. I wish I was. An Oscar Mayer Wiener sweater. Thank you very much, Rachel Ann, for the $1 super dono. It's the dono that we love. I love my donos. Thank you, Rachel Ann. And I'm throwing down a super sticker. It's a $5 Canadian coin sticker. Those Canadian coins come in and they're rare and they're exciting and they have a lot of power. Those Canadian coins are mucho gusto fantastico. Carnundrum. Mucho gusto. Y generoso tonight. What are you doing, eh? Would you win a lottery over there? Somebody roll a jar of pennies last night? What are you doing with all this dough? It's a super dono. Oh, I get it. I get you. Carnundrum. Is this not a different show tonight? Is this I told you it'd be different. It's not the same. What is it, Thursday? Wait until mañana. You don't want to miss tomorrow's show. But let's finish tonight's show, shall we? So, the threat. Roswell. Aurora. Kingman, Arizona. Paradise Valley, Arizona. That's where 2 crashes were. We're in the state that I lived. I know my eyes get big when I get excited. In my state, well, the state I lived in, grew up in basically after I was 10 years old, Arizona, had crashes. Why? Because they were in the vicinity of the Area 51 and the S4. Apparently, allegedly, who knowsly. They buried one in the ground because they couldn't get it out. Does that sound normal? How big is this ship? Speaking of big ships, what about the one that, what's her name? Rose Cuckold is talking about, that is the big building. They want to... What about this UFO that Rose Cuckold keeps talking about, size of a building? Everybody's asking Rose Cuckold, well, when are they going to take it out? Oh, we can't take it out. It's too big. What do you mean it's too big? Just disassemble the building. Well, there's people working there, living there, whatever there. We can't just upend a building because there's a UFO attached to it. Oh, well. When you put it that way. Whew. Unreal. You want to believe in the threat? I'm telling you, this is how the threat became the threat. It started a long, long time ago, before Roswell. And the pieces of these frickin' fallen, broken, fallen angels, demons, came out of the sky and apparently were living amongst us. And they made it for quite a long time until we became aware of how to fly. And once we were able to fly, we were able to go to other places and fall out of the sky. Wasn't that amazing? Don't you think those crashes back in the 1890, 1850 area, were people trying to fly airplanes for the first time, maybe? Could it have been that? Maybe one got away? Maybe in that 1850 story? How about that Aurora one? Really? 3-foot tall alien fell out of that thing when it crash landed? Really? How did it fall out of the sky? Remember, it was a clear day that day, 1895, when good old Reggie fell out of the sky. I don't know what his name is, but we'll call him Reggie the alien. Don't you remember why they fall out of the sky? Don't you know the reasons why all these UFOs are falling out of the sky? The radar that we've invented. The radar from 1895? From 1850? We had radar? Nah. Come on. That's how you know it's a bullshit story. It goes that far back and nobody's paying attention to before we had radar, that these alleged aliens were falling out of the sky. That 1895, whenever Aurora thing happened, is amazing to me. Because I do believe that was a real story of a real alien that existed amongst us, and we just threw him in a well. Well, no, they put him in a shallow grave, I think, actually. I think they threw pieces of, and I think David confirmed my memory, the pieces of the UFO were thrown into the well, right? Or the whole thing. I'm not sure why, if that's a true story, why the aircraft isn't talked about as being found. You know, that is interesting. The Aurora they never talk about what happened to the craft. Does anybody know what happened to the craft that night in Aurora? I'll wait. I'll wait for your answer while I play this, because I know it's my fault for not doing this at the beginning of the show, when my responsibilities tell me I'm supposed to remind everybody at the beginning of the show. Go ahead, play it. Remind everybody what Lou isn't. Hey, this is the guy who recreated the threat in a new package with a new bow and a new look and a new attitude.
Left the Department of Defense, ironically enough, to finish the very mission they gave me in the first place. I didn't ask for it. I'm not a UFO guy, not a ufologist. I never have been, I never will be. I'm a counterterrorism and counterespionage guy. I do counterintelligence, counterinsurgencies. That's what I do. And it just so happens that in 2008, I was asked to apply those same skill sets into the UFO community.
Counterintelligence is insurgent. Nice guy. I didn't want the job. I can give a shit about UFOs, but they forced me to do this job that I hated. So I messed around with everybody, and I had a good time doing it, I must admit. I'm Elizondo. I'll be here for the rest of your lives. Thanks, Boohoo Lou. Boohoo Lou. He made the threat real. What? Only Lou. And then we get conflicting reports. Now, the government, who has given us the threat for decades, is now wanting to give us disclosure. And then we get conflicting reports. And then we get conflicting from people in. How can they say, what is Burchett doing? Shouldn't his career be over at this point? What are you doing talking like this? Listen, we never heard the rest of what he said. Listen.
It just doesn't exist.
What doesn't exist? The truth? Hey, what happened? Whoa, that was weird. Hello? Ma?
My first question to you right up the top, how close are we?
That we've seen it. We all talk about it. It's pretty common knowledge among some of the pilots. in certain areas. We've had actually 13 near-miss encounters. And to think that, we've got a $50 million aircraft and some of the best pilots in the world who are risking their lives, why would they lie about it?
Right.
Honestly, all they're going to do is catch hell from their superiors, and this is ridiculous. And all I want is, I don't want to send the Pentagon another red cent, because that's what they're after. They see the public opinion, people like legitimate media like yourself are covering it. They're going to smell dollars, and
the legitimate media like yourself. Come on, dude, stop sucking up. Jeez. It's all about money. You hear Burchett? This is a miracle that he's still walking around. Really is.
honestly, the Pentagon loses over $1 billion a year in their audits, and we don't have the guts to do anything about it. We don't need to study it anymore. Just release the files. Just release the unredacted files.
I think a lot of Americans would agree with you on that. Even the Americans who think that David Grush and the likes of him are credible, people are ready to see it. They want to see those files. Also, Congressman, Americans are already starting to question what the U.S. actually knows about alien life. And in a new poll from Redfield and Wilton Strategies, they found that 57% of respondents believe the government has more information than publicly shared. But is that necessarily...
80%. You have to... This is why I don't like this. When you give people a way out, it's yes or no. Don't put, I don't know. You're giving people a way out. 80% of people are wondering if the government's holding UFO data and feel they are. That's a huge, huge number.
A bad thing, given how sensitive and potentially dangerous this research seems to be.
Why is it dangerous, ma'am? They won't even release the Kennedy files on President Kennedy's assassination. And people have been, that's over 50 years. Anybody involved in that is dead. Ma'am, it is about power. It is about control. It is about the almighty dollar that they are trying to control. And that's all this is about. That's all this is about. Yep. Just release it. I'm not afraid of it. You go out at night and look at the stars, and the light from those stars literally left there before the time of Christ. That is the vastness of God's great universe, ma'am.
And
honestly, ma'am, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Congressman, one last question for you. Just a few seconds left. Should Americans be worried or no?
No, they should not. If they have this kind of technology, they could have done us in a long time ago, ma'am.
If they have this type of technology, they could have done us in a long time ago, ma'am. Right? There is no threat. At all. But that's the government. They have to have a threat to get funding. That's why disclosure can't happen. And there might be a way disclosure could happen. Well, for the government, all they have to do is say, yeah, we've got the alien, but we can't figure this shit out. Now, wouldn't it be great if they tell us they have this information, they have the craft, and then they do a test. They put out a quiz and to see if the public can figure it out. Can you imagine? Here's all the details to the UFO. We're giving you everything we know about it. Here's the research, public. Even China. See, that's the thing. They don't want China or Russia to back engineer it before they can and use it as a weapon. You understand? That's how powerful these crafts might be. They have to have the power of the sun to create time warping, loopholes, gravitational force fields. Imagine the power it's generating. Could probably power the whole continental United States. including Canada. All right, Mexico too. No, because of what Jaime did. No Mexico. Canada didn't do anything. Although some of their leaders should be wiped out. What? Nothing. So we got Burchett telling you the truth. Well, they need the money, so, military industrial complex, by golly, they're going to kill you dead before they... What the hell? Whoa. Hold on. I don't know if you guys saw that, but right behind me, while I was talking, it looked like a shadow moved across the screen behind me. I looked right at it. All right. So I wrote down how much we're into the show so I can go back and look. Now, yesterday, I was trying to show you UFOs that people are saying they're seeing, and it turned out not to be UFOs, right? They were the lights at 30,000 feet. They were solar panel arrays. Not quite alien technology. So, and sightings come in. This was off of Florida's west coast. Now, here's the beautiful thing about what I'm going to show you. This is close to where I live, by Pine Island. And I was supposed to go out there and do some sightings, but I got sick. But we'll get back out there very, very soon. So here's a sighting that happened on the west coast of Florida, the side that I live on. Pine Island and that whole side, oh my God, the sightings that people were telling me about, they're fantastic. See, that looks like flares to me.
Holy shit, what the fuck? Oops.
Yeah, then you can get the video and watch on your phone and download it. Or I can just send you the shit if you want.
That's cool.
Oh, you gotta use the shower?
That's as big as it gets. I can't make it any bigger. That's what he said. Shut up. Huh? I like this camera. You can see the stars, and it's really a good camera. My goodness, it's beautiful.
Oh, there's 3 of them now. Maybe they're just airplanes. Maybe they are UFOs.
This is what I don't like about the sighting. I like it that they got it. But what I want is to see the ending. I want to see the ending. They could have started it 30 seconds before they blinked out, took off, faded away, whatever. We only get to see them in their static positions. We never get to see these things appearing or disappearing. It's very frustrating. So I'm going to have to put it out there. I think those are flares. They sparkle like flares, look like they do. They should. And you can see flares for 60, 70 miles, 100 miles, depending on the atmosphere away. These don't look like they're that far, but they look to be at least 10 miles, 20 miles away. The funny thing is, when I'm out at Pine Island and I'm standing on the pier looking out over the Gulf, you don't even see the little islands that and the other stuff that's peppered out. And then when I zoom in on it, you can see these islands. Like, you can't tell there's a little islands way out there. It's very interesting. Makes me wonder what's really going on out in the Gulf. The Gulf, to me, wow. I mean, we're talking about, that's, you know, the dinosaurs were extinct because of what happened in the Gulf area. You know? Pretty scary when you think about it. All right, let's talk about Bigfoot. And then we're going to get into the threat a little more. But Bigfoot has been making the rounds again. I just happened to notice it this morning on AG 111. That's Alien Girl. Morning UFO. At 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. Right here on the tubes. That's YouTube. Well, I got a clip. I believe. Your mother's ass. Amy, I thought you were playing the clip. She didn't play the clip. Well, she might have. You see, now you got me mad. I was going to use your show. Now I can't use it. Now I can't use it. Now I got to find the actual, here it is, Bigfoot sighting. I thought that was it. Here we go. So, a lot of people are saying, hey, I'm not going to lie, this looks like the real thing. This is far more compelling than the footage of the past. That's pretty big. The folks in this train, people are in a train. We did look at this for a minute. But this is better footage I got. But the people in the train are genuinely interested. Their actions and the way they are reacting seem legit. The footage seems legit. But I was the one who thought that this was a guy in a costume. Because it looks like it. Yes, this is that one. I got clearer footage this time. So let's take a look. Shall we? He's right here. See him?
An elusive creature.
Look, I'm telling you, that looks like a very baggy, and you could actually, it looks like the fabric is moving all at once, not just hairs or anything. It looks like the whole fabric is moving. I'm sorry, this looks fake as F. I think I think the guy's just trying to get attention. I don't think this is real. It just doesn't look real. It looks so fake to me. But I will tell you, the interesting thing about this is the fur. Because it matches the environment. And that's what the Bigfoot are known to do. Their fibrous hairs adapt to the location they're living in. So if that soil was dark brown or dark yellow, he or she would be dark yellow. Capiche? To fit in. Now, if you look right here, right there, that step, it looks like she's wearing a suit. Now, if I play this in regular mode, watch how it sits down. It sits just like a person who's frustrated. Or, watch. I accidentally hit the button. Let's do it again. Right? It looks like he's going potty. I got to take a dump. Wait, did you see the hands? Watch the hands. It looks like the hands are...
An elusive creature.
Oh my God. Did you see that? Hold on. It looks like... All right, shut off. Before he sits down, it looks like the hands go like this. I know, I need to zoom in on this. I can do it. All right, I'm going to zoom in on it. I'm going to have to pull up my editor here. So let's do that. I want to look at this thing closer. That to me doesn't look legit. It looks fake. Adobe changed the way it looks, and I hope I'm clicking on the right thing. Open. Open. It just took a minute. It's opening. All right, so let's do this. Get rid of that. Now I got to get the video and save it. And there's no way for me to save it. I got it. Here we go. Let's do this. All right, all right. Let's see if this works. Shall we? New project. Added a Bigfoot. F-O and create and a gush. Oh, they really like messing with us here. They changed it. I don't care. Import, idiot. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, you sons of bees. This is terrible. There we go. And I won't let it work. Damn it. It won't let me do it. Here we go. Did it work? Let's see. No. I can't get it. Damn it. I have to download it. It won't let me download it on X. That sucks. That sucks. I'll work on it and we'll come back to that another day. Save changes? No. Close? Yes. Sorry. I don't think it's real. I just don't. Doesn't look it. Look at the hands. What is he doing with the hands? Look at this. It's like he's pulling on something. That's what it looks like. It's like he's pulling on a rope. Pulling. That's what it looks like. Right? It looks like he's pulling on a string. Watch this. Pull. Right there. Pulling. And then pulls with the right hand. So there it is. A pull with the left hand. Grabs something. Pulls it back. And then grabs it with the right hand and pulls it back as he sits down. Hey, just turn the TV on. That's all. It looks like he's pleasuring himself, to be honest with you. I don't know. Maybe he's got Bigfoot porn over there, right in the middle of the train passing by. What do you say there, people of Earth? I'm just throwing down a little bit of foot juice. Everybody foot juice. Ooh-wee, you see me? Look at me and my knees. Hell, I'm well. I got my Bigfoot gel. Ew. Bigfoot. The ever-eluding creature. Not a big fan. I love Bigfoot. Best Bigfoot movie ever? Harry and the Hendersons. Best. Speaking of disgusting, alluring creatures that probably have body odor of a dead body, Anjali is back and is trying to make you feel sick and sad. And please send your support, because I had surgery today and chemo. Aww. Every screen showed the horrors of Gaza and Israel. Every screen showed the horrors of Gaza and Israel. Every screen. Oh, so everything on the monitors. So why don't she just say that? And then she says, hey, global family, be very wary of media. Why? Fake news? That's a little bit hypocritical and ironic at the same time, coming from a liar. Use discernment and ask, who benefits the most from war and from citizen? Who benefits the most from war and from citizen? Oh, sorry. It was a typo. Who benefits the most from war and from citizen targeted dis or misinformation? When somebody does this and is also doing this, that's two negatives. That doesn't make a positive. That's not real math. That's new math. We don't use that new math here in the paranormal ufological world, do we? No. Anjali is pointing out the bad to get you to think, oh, look at, she's calling out the bad. She mustn't be bad. Why would she be? There's no way. No, not my Anjali. See, she's pointing out the corruptness. Why would she do that if she was corrupt? Same thing that the little priests and those evangelistic, now the whole Lord, no gay people shall be married, and the man cannot be together. And then after Mass, the guy's getting a blowjob from the priest in the altar. You know? That's who Anjali is. She's like a dirty priest. Something like that. Not as bad. That's what it reminds me of. Same tactics. Look over here while I do this over here. Look away to what they're doing, and I'm doing the same thing over here. Just don't listen to it, don't look at it, and don't smell it. You can smell it, but don't smell it. The hell am I talking about? She drives me nuts. Batty, ape shit, Bigfoot shit. Next. No, we already talked about that. Bye-bye. We already talked about that. So long. What? Hold on. There's a lot of days and they're very good people who used to make it happen and everything's been a happy end. We never had so many cross-validated information. This is stupid. So Roni Verne or Vernette says this. 5 a.m. Let me show you. Just so you get a feel for what I'm looking at. Not that you need to. I do such a good job. 5 a.m. Put me in the box. There you go. and still awake, working incessantly on it. This video will see the light of day soon. There are very competent... See, that's a stupid thing. This video, which he's creating, will see the light of day soon. Like, yeah, that's why you're working on it. That right there is nonsensical information that is unnecessary. Trying to build up the bullshit. That's what that's for. It's filler. It's nonsense. So he continues. Ah, your mother's got 3 dicks. Go back. There are very competent people united to make it happen, and everything is converging to a happy ending. Translation. No matter what happens, I'm going to be happy because I'm getting paid, laid, and, you know. And then he says, we never had so many cross-validated information than now. Vargina Unicamp. And then he replies to himself, because nobody else cares. Update. All the tapes, military codes, video frames, and additional information obtained from multiple individuals prove to be fake. Some of these criminals have sold these fake materials for thousands of dollars and are under private and military investigation. Doesn't that sound so made up? And if it's made up and fake, he can't be prosecuted for lying. Because it's a lie. You can't prosecute somebody on a lie. Can you prosecute somebody for making a false 911 report? Yeah. But most of the time, or hardly ever, do they? But this is a violation of ethics, common morals, and the golden rule. And I don't like it. I don't like it when you're creating your own drama. You're gaslighting yourself is what that guy just did. Gaslit himself. Nah. I mean, that's desperate. You know, when you have nothing and are nothing and you have to gaslight yourself because nobody else will, that's a sad day. I don't care how long I'm here and people don't watch me. I'll never gaslight myself. The only time I'll gaslight myself is in the bathroom, if you know what I mean. And I don't even want to say that right now. You know? I know, Chickie. I know. Chickie's burnt a few wings before. Being in the wrong bathroom at the wrong time. All right, Dorothy Hawkins posted this. Dorothy, if you're still here, I'm playing this video. We're going to get the public's reaction because obviously there is a triangle looking thing outside this person's house. And I want to see what you guys think. Do I care? Make a stink. Here we go. Out the window. Slow and low. That is the temp. It's a bird. It's a goat. It's a cow. It's a fly. Oh, yeah, I showed this yesterday or 2 days ago. When were we here last time? That's right. Yeah, I don't know. It looks fake to me. It looks fake. And I'll tell you why now. It's not moving. It's too clear compared to the rest of the pixelation. And I don't trust the source. No. I know it's not your video, Dorothy. I'm joking. Look at this. Oh, no. I can't explain it. I can't explain it. I'll be honest with you. If it's not fake, then it's real, and I can't explain it. That is a real... If it's real, that's pretty freaking interesting. It is. I'll have to admit that. But I'm telling you, in my heart, I feel this is fake for some reason. Yeah, I can see this is clear and this is clear. So I'm assuming it's not that far away from the telephone pole wire thing here. So maybe 20, 30 feet away, maybe even 40 or 50 feet away. It's impossible to know. It could be a mile away. And I wouldn't be able to tell because it's minimum information. But it could be huge. That could be huge. That could be at, 50,000 feet up, but it could be a 2-mile wide craft. Capiche? See what I'm dealing with when you get pictures? It's not that easy. It's not that easy. And everybody's thought of the fake. Everybody knows how to fake it well. Not perfectly, well enough. Yeah, I'm not buying that one. Something wrong with it. We'll come back to that another day. I want to find out what that was. Very rarely will you find somebody, I don't think that's a true statement, find somebody in this field that will burn their bridges at both ends. Happens all the time. I've done it. I've done it. I've done it on purpose. But some people will burn their bridges to get information, supposedly like this, out to the public that I'm going to talk about. This person, Ashton Forbes, has also contacted Rose Cuckold, as seen in the message reply below. See, isn't it amazing? Why would you go to Rose Cuckold? Why? Why? Why wouldn't you go to a better source? Like mainstream media. So General Joseph Dunford, this is the MH370 breaking update. I would like to preface this by saying I have the utmost respect for our military, but there's people out there that I know, people out there that know these MH370 videos are real. And they're staying silent while the world is still being gaslit. There's that word again. I was saying this for when it was needed, and today is that day. This information will burn the source, and for that, I am deeply apologetic. I don't think I will put them in danger, just ruin a friendship, which I've determined is an acceptable cost. I will not name them. So this person's going to burn this bridge for the truth. Gotta love it. Several weeks ago, a person wanted to tell me something. First, they asked me if I believed the videos were real, which I thought was odd. After I told them I didn't think they were real, they told me that they were aware of a general who had seen the videos and after 20 seconds knew they were real. This source is friends with the general's nephew, and the nephew showed the general the videos. That general's name is Joseph F. Dunford. I wasn't familiar with him, so I looked him up and wow, what a career. He previously served as the Assistant Commandant of the Marine Corps from 2010 to 2012 and was the Commander, International Security Assistance Force and United States Forces, Afghanistan, from February 2013 to 2014. Dunford, Jr., served as the 19th Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the nation's highest-ranking military officer, and the principal military advisor to the President, Secretary of Defense, and National Security Council from October 15 through September 19. He retired November 1, 2019. So what is he up to now? He's on the board of directors for Lockheed Martin. Director since 2020. February. Retired U.S. Marine Corps General, Mr. Dunford has served as a senior managing director and partner of Liberty Strategic Capital and as a member of the firm's investment committee since February 2022. Previously, he served as the 19th chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff from 2015 until his retirement in September of 2019. His previous assignments include serving as the 36th Commandant of the Marine Corps and the commander of all U.S. and NATO forces in Afghanistan. All right, we read all that already. Why do I have to read it again? Dunford will serve. And okay, so he's a pretty important retired military guy who's saying, do the right thing and tell the world the truth of the MH370 videos. I'm begging you. We can accept it. I offer to help in any way necessary. Ashton. Wow. That's huge. Yep. Here it is. We have processed your request in ordinance with the FOIA. It's a FOIA request. MH370. Man, pretty crazy. Wow, what is going on with that MH370 is just remarkable. There is evidence of tampering, tomfoolery, and even shenanigans. We'll keep you updated as the news comes in right here on Goof On. Next. All right. You guys ready? What? What time is it? What is the deal? Seriously. What's the deal? With what? Shh. What's the deal? Nobody? I know what you're saying. I can read it. Remember the Ariel school? The kids that saw the UFO, and then they the aliens talked to a couple of the kids, said, hey, planet's in danger because of the technology. Remember all that? And then the one kid comes out and says, I was the one responsible for the hoax. Because of a shiny rock, I created a fake alien presence, and everybody thought the rock was the UFO. Right? So, Charlie Weiser did a little digging around. Says, I interviewed Dylan Vico, whatever, online yesterday, and we'll be writing up a blog post shortly. He's also doing this interview tomorrow, which is today. I don't know what he'll say. I can only repost what he told me. So here's 30 seconds of that.
Good day, everybody. My name's Dylan Vico. I went to Ariel School, and recently I did a documentary for Netflix for Encounters. On Thursday evening, I'm going to be doing at 10 p.m. an interview with Cafe Ufologico Rosario. See you there.
So, get it? You understand now? Charlatan, grifter, the only one who thought to lie is trying to make money. The grift is on, my friends. How obvious does it have to be to people to know this guy's making it up? He never said that happened. He never talked about it 30, 40, whatever, how many freaking years ago it was. Just now, when they decided to do encounters and, well, I'm older now and I can manage money. I know what money means. American money at that. Encounters wanted to interview me and I told them I've got a fantastic story. This story is going to cost you, my friend. Is it going to cost you plenty? How much do you think this guy wants? I don't know. Let's ask him. How much will this cost us? For Americanas? A documentary? Ha! At least, I don't know, $100? $100? And I won't go a penny lower. We were going to give him 500. What do we do? You want to split the 400 difference and give him 100? I got an idea. We'll give you 200. But we want you to use this story. I cannot lie, my friends. I cannot tell a lie. Keep it. I'll do it for the 100. Hey, I got morals, you know. And that's how that story went. That's the joke. He thought $100 was a lot of money. It's nothing. But where he comes from, it's like, if I got to explain him, and it's my fault for not. So John Greenwald wants to get his hands in on the Bigfoot video going viral. In a good way. No, always a good thing. So he puts up a reminder that in 1975, Washington State Atlas, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, put Sasquatch in the important wildlife section. They stated alleged Sasquatch hair samples inspected by the FBI laboratories, resulted in the conclusion that no such hair exists on any human or presently known animal for which data are available. I know. And when he went after these records via the FOIA request, he did get the FBI file on Bigfoot, but these specific files on the sample referenced in the atlas were mysteriously missing. Wow. And John Greenwald, man. Always on top of shit. Good for him, even on Bigfoot. Even on the Bigfoot. You know? What is this? Oh, wait. What is this? What did I find? I'm confused. What just popped up on my... I don't understand how that just happened. Why would Lawrence Krauss show up from Theories of Everything? I don't know what happened. That's weird. So Greer, I know, I never really talk about Greer. What other options, he poses this question. What other options will we have if Congress does not authorize using subpoena power to call witnesses? That's actually a really good question. Isn't it? What are you going to do? My voice changes. I'm going through puberty again for the third time. Check this out. I thought this was interesting. Issa Greer, and what a great question. What would they do?
That's a very good question. If we don't get subpoena power, and I have pending communications with the leaders in the Senate as well, because they can certainly do it as well as the House. I don't think there's any resolution for this except a law enforcement effort. Now, what do I mean by that? If you set up what's anticipated now, this panel that would be appointed, nominated by the president and voted on by the Senate, there's a 99.9% chance that those 9 people, there won't be 5 of them that will know anything about the subject or would actually do a proper investigation, number one. Because panels and committees and commissions are what you send things to kill it. I mean, look at the Warren Commission for JFK. Look at the other panels and commissions that have been set up on the UFO subject. The Robertson panel in 1953. We have a CIA document proving that the people in charge of that were on the payroll of the agency to change the results and the findings before it convened. The Condon Committee, which was a panel to investigate this issue in 1969, when they were really just trying to close Project Blue Book of the Air Force that was looking into UFOs, that was stacked with people. We have a CIA document that it admits that Dr. Condon at University of Colorado was on the payroll and an operative for the CIA, and people who had dispositive evidence like we do, such as Dr. Robert Woods, who is one of our whistleblower witnesses, he was forcibly removed from that Condon committee by Dr. Condon. So these panels are very fraught. They tend to get corrupted, and honestly, I think that would be the least likely way that any progress will be made, and I am going to be communicating that to the leaders in the...
Did you see it? There it is. Finger in the ear, and the next thing that comes out of his mouth is bullshit. Listen to what he says.
...will be made, and I am going to be communicating that to the leaders in the...
I'm going to be communicating that. And he puts his finger in his ear, knowing he'll try, but he's not sure if he'll get to talk to anybody. See, how can you be scratching your earpiece? What is the purpose of scratching your earpiece? To me, that is the Greer ear loophole tick that he has. Every time he puts his finger in his ear, the next thing or the current thing he's saying is a lie, or he's unsure about.
In the Senate. I think that would be the least likely way that any progress will be made, and I am going to be communicating that to the leaders in the Senate.
I love being me. And I hate being me. Oh, what I do to be you, but not me. I would take my energy and turn it into 3 other people. Other people. Want to see something crazy? I mean, literally, do you want to see something crazy? I am going to show you something absolutely insane. You've never seen anything like it. You've never heard anything like it. And again, you've never seen anything like this. I know. And I have one more comment to make after you watch it.
A Karen enters a police station and starts banging on the glass with her gun. 51-year-old Suzanne LaPrise starts to shoot up the Bristol, Connecticut police station when no one answers around 11:30 p.m. on October 5th. Body cam captures the police's reaction.
Oh my God.
Hey, are these windows bulletproof? Shots fired.
That's when LaPrise lights up a cigarette and has a seat. The police slightly open the door and she fires another round. She gets up and starts banging on the walls without her weapon, and that's when the police tackle her. Officers use an electronic device weapon to take her down and charge her with attempted murder. Cops find out the glass is bullet.
And a woman doing that. Wow. Told you. Now, if that was a guy, yeah, we'd be like, yeah. But a woman? I got to tell you, the world is turning. The world is a vampire. How about this? Remember the crazy plane lady? He's not real. Remember? It's getting around that the person that they interviewed afterwards may not have been her. There was a facial scan done of her. Check this out. I thought this was interesting. The story, oh, this is really weird. I just remembered something else about this story. This story it's, oh my God, go.
The airplane lady.
Those people aren't real?
No one's been able to track her down, right?
No.
She just popped up this past week on TMZ.
It's basically her just saying, I apologize, I shouldn't have done that. When I saw it, I was like, that doesn't look like her. We didn't know who she was for the first couple weeks. Like, they couldn't even find a name. She started a new Twitter account when she posted this video. The first person she followed was TMZ. So people started doing like some AI face detection. There's this guy that does it online professionally, and he says if you get a score 0.6 or below, it is the same person. He put videos that were on the plane, videos that were outside the plane of the real Tiffany.
And it's not her.
1.2. Guys, like, I
Come
was not
on.
expecting this. He's
Wow.
like, this makes me really interested. One other dude checks her IP address from the video. Okay. Guess where it tracked to?
TMZ headquarters.
Texas. 2 blocks away from the White House. Washington, D.C.
Stop it.
Right now!
Did she see something and then they put in a double, be like, this was so embarrassing?
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
That was good. I'm telling you right now. He's not real. Oh my God, that is so bizarre. How could that possibly not be a plant story? I don't know what's going on with that story. They're actually saying here that it's like they replaced her or something. Or they are doing something that doesn't make sense. Like, I think what they're trying to do is create a myth. Like, what if the White House, and with the help of TMZ and other media platforms, you have somebody recording her, they're on the plane as well. And it was kind of interesting how nobody really got the story. You know what I mean? Nobody did. Nobody went up to the guy and started talking to him. What was she saying to you? She said that the headphones, what was this? What was going on? You took her headphone? There was none of that. But we did see people popping up days later. I was the guy she was saying, you're not real because of my Johnson. She saw my Johnson. Then another guy said, no, it was me because she didn't like da-da-da-da-da. And the story was different. He didn't look like the guy that we thought it was in the hoodie. Very strange. The whole thing. So maybe she saw something she wasn't supposed to see. They got rid of her and put a lookalike in. I'm telling you right now. Oh, something happened to her. I don't think that was acting. That really was. Her nose was puffy. She looked like she cried, was holding back tears even. I thought her original video was the legit, it really happened. You have to be an exceptionally good actor, actress to pull that off. And I don't think she could have. It's very hard the way she lost her breath while she was talking as if she was fighting back her emotions. And that's why she sounded, he's not real. And I still hear it and I feel it. That's how powerful it was. Well, whatever. We'll find out. Future updates. Crazy plane lady. Crazy, right? Crazy. And then didn't live that far from Washington, a block away or something, and then was TMZ's first friend. Doesn't make sense. That's almost as if that's like them telling us the truth without saying it was them by making a post like that. Yeah, something's going on. You want to hear something even crazier? This is a little bit crazier. This is on another level of crazy. This is really, I would have to say it's not crazy. It's a sickness. I think this person just had enough and wanted to win and wanted to have fun watching people struggle. You're not going to believe this one. In 1 minute, you'll have a different view on cell phones. Check it out.
Fun fact, a Florida man was fined $48,000 by the FCC for installing a cell phone jamming device in his car. 60-year-old Jason Humphrey was tired of seeing people use their cell phones while driving on his daily commute between Sefner and Tampa on Interstate 4. So he decided to take matters into his own hands.
I understand.
And installed a cell phone signal jamming device behind the passenger seat of his car so anyone driving near him wouldn't have service. For 2 years, Jason's device wreaked havoc on Interstate 4. Since his jamming device was so powerful, it would block police and first responder radio communications, as well as disrupt cell phone towers. Metro PCS eventually contacted the FCC and said they had noticed a pattern of one of their cell phone towers going down at the same point along I-4 during the morning and evening commute hours on weekdays. The police then set up an interference detection device in that spot along the interstate, and a few days later, Jason drove past. The police pulled him over, and they immediately knew they had their man, because as soon as they approached his vehicle, their radios lost their signal.
Now that's thinking on your feet. That's funny to me. Of course it's a Florida man. Of course. What's this? Hey! Oh, Hellfire, of course, of course, of course. Anything for you, man. Well, within reason. Yeah, man, definitely throw it in there now. And at the end, I don't care. Let's take a look at it, by the way, while we're talking. And thanks for the $5. You didn't have to do that. Should have just messaged me. Maybe it did and I didn't see it. But thank you for the $5 support, to be honest. Every little bit is helping. Let's take a look at Hellfire Studios. Come on, baby, let's dance. Biddy bump, bump, bump. Bump, bump, bump. Oh, this is the new 6 videos? You did this 47 minutes ago. You did it you started at 8 or 7? This is cool. Let's get some subscribers over, man. Let me pull it up and show everybody. Brand new channel. We like promoting our friends' channels. There we go. It's beautiful, right? This is it. Cool. Here's what you did today, an hour ago. I don't think I can play that music, right? That sounds pretty serious. I don't want to get in trouble. So what do we got here? Hellfire Studios Starfield sponsored by Dark Sky. Oh, Rich. Okay, I got it. Dark Sky Files and Hellfire Studios. Nice collaboration there. I'm not sure about the music. Yeah, that's okay if I get it. It's just a claim. But the music's going. I like this is cool. Whatever, I fast forwarded a little, but this is Starfield the game. Right? So this is actually really cool as hell. Very cool. All right. So it's video games, it looks like. Starfield. So far, it's Starfield. Very cool. Okay. What a game. Look at the unbelievable details, man. When I was growing up, we had this game called Adventure from Atari, and we were literally a square, a dot, a square dot. That was us. We weren't a head. There was no face, not even an eye. We were a square dot, and we loved it. We didn't care. Look how far we've come in 40 years. 40 years. All right, what's going on, man?
Very useful. Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim, but...
You know what's amazing about video games now? Everything's matching up better and better every year. The way the mouths move with the words, the eyebrows, you know, the eyes, the blinking. Very cool. Hellfire Studios, thank you very much, man. Good luck on that. And please go subscribe, as I did, to Hellfire Studios. And here is, I'm going to do it this way. This link I like. Here's the link. Support our friends. There you go. And that about wraps it up for today's show as well. So we're going to head out on a high note. Thank you very much for hanging out tonight. Please don't forget tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Alien Girl 111, also known as Star Child, also known as Amy. She will be handling the first part of your Friday at 7 a.m. Me, I'll handle the last half at 7 p.m. And then Saturday, because there is not a pay-per-view event this weekend, but I want to watch, we may be on early at 3 o'clock. See, I can't record my shows. Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have a DVR because of the setup I have. I get, you know, special promotion, so I don't get to tape anything. I have to be there live. I don't know. I'll think about it. We may go at 3 o'clock. But anyway, tomorrow, 7 p.m., back in action. And thanks for hanging out. And as always, we do it here. Truthology. Truthology for ufology. For you. For you. That's it. Man, did I end this show a little quick? A little quick, right? About 5 minutes too soon? Do I have anything else? Hold on. I may have a video. Let's see if I do. Do I have anything good to show? No. No, I don't. But here's a storm that came rolling in. If you want to check out, we've been getting some wicked, violent weather and tornado warnings all over the last night and a half and through 10 o'clock tonight. It's been good. You can see the clouds down there. I don't know why it's not playing, but such is my life. So all I do is drive 2 miles and then I get into that storm. And I have to admit, it was a very good storm. Oh, thanks. See, I don't need this shit, man. It's such horse shit. Why is it doing that all of a sudden? I never used to have problems playing videos. And I think it's because I have to remove some items in the memory. I'm maxed out at 99%. I've got something like 40 gigabytes left. That's it. Out of 2 terabytes. So I'm pretty close to ending. You know, your sister's got no face whatsoever. Let's get up here. See, this I don't need. Not cool, man. Not cool. It is coming. Unbelievable. That. Let me show you. See? This is what they did. I was going to make a video about the weather, and then they changed the forecast. This is what was coming. This was my thumbnail I was making. I was going to make a special video. Wow, tornadoes. You know, I live right here. And I was right in the middle of all this. The red area that they posted for highest risk for damaging winds and very large hail, isolated tornado. There was a tornado just 10 miles from where I lived. I went outside, didn't see anything nearby, not even terrible clouds. And then I'm getting ready to make a video, and I noticed they changed the forecast. So I never put the video out for the violent weather we were supposed to get, and didn't. I mean, we did, but not here. It moved like it always does. It's very annoying. Here, I'll show you a little bit of it.
It's coming down so hard. I said it's coming down so... Look at this guy. Look at this guy in the middle of a rainstorm. Unbelievable.
All right, I swore here very badly, so I have to mute myself. Now, the video doesn't show, but that guy literally pulls out in front of me as I'm doing 45 and doesn't speed up. He pulls out into literally stopping. So I had to slam on the brakes. I wasn't happy.
Flipped him off hard. It just pulled right out in front of me. Well, she. It was a little Mexicana. She.
Oh, this friggin' thing. Come on.
Hey, Rish, shut up. All I like
Unbelievable. This is terrible.
to say that it's raining today. It's coming down in buckets like toupee. Toupee? Tupac? Toupee. Tupac.
Oh, I swear on myself. I am going to be cutting myself into pieces.
Shut up. Ricky. Ding bada ding bada ding.
All right. 3, 2.
Ding dun ding dun ding dun doo. Dun dun ding dun ding dun dee. Diddle da dee. Diddle da dee. Lee la la la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hey, you.
All right, that's it. What a great place to shut it off. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out tonight. I said goodbyes earlier. So with that being said, be good to each other. Be safe to yourself. Love thyself. Love thy... You don't have to love your neighbor. But alien bless. Yeah.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
Control life. Warning.
Unidentified flying object.